The taxi industry in South Africa has been very consistent in its growth and continues to grow despite a tough economy. In 2020, the sector was worth about 50 billion rand a year, with 69% of South African households using minibus taxis. There are about 200,000 minibus taxis in South Africa, and the industry employs about 300,000 drivers and 100,000 taxi marshals. It also benefits more than 100,000 car washers and 150,000 vendors at taxi ranks. Like many other industries, there is also a dark side to the industry. Taxi violence primarily over the control of profitable routes, which costs many lives annually. Today, we take a look at the Taxi Violence Unit in the SAPS and its efforts to curb the violence within the taxi industry. Taxi violence has been around for many decades and for as long as the industry has been in existence. Underlying the taxi wars is a volatile, over-traded commuter transport market originating from rapid deregulation in the context of political destabilization during the last years of apartheid. Taxi wars usually refer to turf wars fought between taxi associations and individual minibus taxi drivers in South Africa. And due to these turf wars, the South African Police Service had to establish the Taxi Violence Unit.
Taxi Violence Unit is a unit that is investigating the cases that are taxi-related cases. Most of the culprits or victims are the taxi operators. Taxi Violence Unit started as a task team back 2010-2011. Now late last year, 2020, it was approved as a national structure for all 9 provinces.
The multi-billion rand minibus taxi industry carries over 60% of South Africa's commuters, and due to an effectively unregulated market and the fierceness of competition for passengers and lucrative routes, taxi operators band together to form local and national associations who often engage in turf wars. These associations also engage in anti-competitive price fixing.
And normally when there's a crime scene, the shooting scene at the taxi rank, where the taxi operator is a victim, and the station, they have to phone us. We attend the crime scene, all the crime scene. We attend, we do the preliminary investigation, we take charge of the crime scene. From there, we take over the investigation.
Taxis are used by the majority of commuters, even though they are more expensive than buses and trains, because they provide an efficient service, especially over shorter routes. They are also more widely available, reaching places that buses and trains do not. So whenever there is a shooting, commuters are also affected.
When they've realized that no, their target is there, they don't care who's going to be hurt as a result of the shooting. They shoot everyone. As a result, the members of the public are involved, then they are, as a result, they are seriously injured.
We spoke to some of the commuters to find out how taxi violence affects them.
With taxi violence, for me, and my experience with that, like, it definitely affects us, the commuters, more, because sometimes you find that the violence is happening in between the drivers and different taxi associations. Like, we can't come to work, we can't fulfill what we have to fulfill, and we're solely dependent on them, you know.
So yeah, the violence inside the taxis and all that affects it, because I've once been in an incident whereby Oliven, there was a fight between, I don't know, Dipslut and whatever, because of, now we're in an incident whereby there were shootings and all that. Driver war arkorana are sisofelempi. Think of that. If now I'm not a regular person or the tune and all that, already affects me emotionally, because of people might die, people might do anything. So the taxi industry, I don't have enough information, but then, yeah, it really does affect us.
That's all we bring you for today. We will continue with the Taxi Violence Unit next week.